राम 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 सर्वेभ्यः नमो नमः सुप्रभातम् सर्वेभ्यः स्वागतं प्रथमं प्रार्थनां कुर्मः गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो। इदानीं स्तोत्राणां पारायणं कुर्मः. I request the students to please raise your hands. Let us recite these shlokas. Others also please recite it loudly along with your fellow student who would be unmuted. Prakash Mohini Bhagini, can you please recite the first shloka?
नमस्ते भागीशाद्या सुमनसः सर्वार्थानां उपक्रमे यन्नत्वा कृतकृत्यः स्युः तन्नमामि गजाननम्.
A few improvement points. Sarvarthanam upakrame, pa has to be pronounced fully. Yannatva kritakrityasyuhu, there's a dirgha that has to be recited correctly. So these are the 2 points.
Sarvarthanam upkrame.
Upakrame. The pa is fully.
Sarvarthanam upakrame.
Yes, yes.
And
And
kritkrityasyuhu.
Kritakrityasyuhu.
Kritakrityasyuhu.
Yes. Dhanyavadaha. Okay. I'll recite this once. Others can please listen to it. Vagishadhyassu manasaha sarvarthanamupakrame yannatva kritakrityasyuhu tannamami gajananam. Okay, we'll go to the second shloka. Vasumati Bhagini, can you please recite this?
Namaste.
Namaste.
Dorbhiryukta chaturbhihi spatikamaणिमयीम् अक्षमालां दधाना हस्तेन ऐकेन पद्मं सितमपि च शुकं पुस्तकं चापरेण भासा कुन्देन्दुशङ्खस्फटिकमणिनिभा भासामानसमाना सा मे वाग्देवतेयं निवसतु वदने सर्वदा सुप्रसन्ना.
अस्तु प्रायः तत्र महाप्राणस्य विषये अवधानं दातव्यं. दोर्भिर्युक्त अहं वदामि शृण्वन्तु. दोर्भिर्युक्ता चतुर्भिः स्फटिकमणिमयीमक्षमालां दधाना हस्तेनैकेन पद्मं सितमपि च शुकं पुस्तकं चापरेण भासा कुन्देन्दुशङ्खस्फटिकमणिनिभा भासमाना समाना सा मे वाग्देवतेयं निवसतु वदने सर्वदा सुप्रसन्ना. This is how the pronunciation should be. Please practice it. We'll go to the next shloka. Sudha Bhagini, can you please recite this?
Namaskara. Shantakaram bhujagashyanam padmanabham shuresham vishwadharam gaganashatrisham meghavarnam shubhangam lakshmikantam kamalanayanam yogi vidyanagamyam vande vishnum bhavabhayakaram sarvalokaikanaatham.
Uttamam, dhanyavadaha. At few places the Mahaprana was missed out. Bhujaga Shayanam and then Meghavarnam na tathadadhana was heard in between na and na. It was not fully nakara. So, and then similarly Yogi Bhir Dhyanagamyam, that was another place. So I think that you can practice. Dhanyavadaha.
Thank you.
Shantakaram bhujagashyanam padmanabham suresham vishwadharang gaganasadrisham meghavarnam shubhangam lakshmikantang kamalanayanam yogibhirdhyanagamyam vande vishnum bhavabhayaharam sarvalokaikanaatham. Astu, we'll go to the last shloka. Mahati Bhagini.
आध्यायामि ततेजसे श्रुतिपदैर्वेद्याय साध्यायते विद्यानन्दमयात्मने त्रिजगतः संरक्षणोद्योगिने ध्येयायाखिलयोगिभिः सुरगणैर्गेयाय मायाविने सम्यक् ताण्डव सम्भ्रमाय जटिने सेयं नतिशम्भवे.
Uttamam, well recited. Dhanyavadaha. So this is one way of reciting the complete pada together. There's also you can take a pause as we have practiced earlier as well. So both ways are fine. The presentation was good. Dhanyavadaha. So now we will proceed with our lesson. I'll just share that presentation. We were doing Aharasuddau Sattvasuddhi. We will just revise a bit of what happened in the previous class and then quickly proceed with today's session. चतुर्थः पाठः आहारशुद्धौ सत्त्वशुद्धिः. अस्मिन् पाठे अस्माकं चिन्तनं कथम् अस्माकं वर्धनपरिसरे अथवा यत्र वयं वृद्धिं प्राप्नुमः तत्र परिसरानुगुणं कथम् अस्माकं चिन्तनं भवति इति विषये अस्माभिः किञ्चित् वा दृष्टं. स एव पाठः अत्र आहारशुद्धौ सत्त्वशुद्धिः इति. सारांशरूपेण विन्ध्यपर्वते एकस्मिन् न्यग्रोधपादपे शुकदम्पती आस्तां. तयोः शुकशावकौ अभवतां. तदा एकदा कश्चन व्याधः आगत्य तौ शावकौ गृहीत्वा एकं तत्र साधवे एकं पुनश्च सौनिकाय एकं च व्यक्रीणात्. यः शुकः साधोः गृहे भवति तस्य शुकस्य नाम रामः इति. सौनिकस्य गृहे यः शुकः वर्तते तस्य नाम दुर्मुखः इति. एवं भवति. साधोः गृहे प्रतिदिनम् अपि रामशुकः मधुर आलापं मधुरैः ललितैः सान्त्ववचनैः दिने दिने सुसंस्कृतः भवति. अतः एव तत् श्रवण संस्कारात् रामशुकः सर्वदा सूक्तिभिः अन्यान् अतिथीन् प्रीणयति. परं दुर्मुखस्तु किं भवति, सौनिकस्य गृहे तस्य परुषवचनानि श्रुत्वा एषः अपि परुषवचनानि एव प्रयोगं करोति. अपि च हिंस्रं कर्म हिंसात्मकं कृत्यं दृष्ट्वा दृष्ट्वा तथा एव स्वमनसि अपि दौष्ट्यम् आगच्छति. दुष्टस्य भावः दौष्ट्यम्. एवं कदाचित् उभावपि शुकशावकौ बन्धनात् विमुक्तिम् इच्छन्तौ कथञ्चित् ततः बन्धनात् बहिः आगच्छतः अनन्तरं दूरे विद्यमाने एव आम्रतरौ एकः रामः तत्र निवासं करोति. अपि च दुर्मुखः तत्र समीपस्थ वृक्षे एव न्यग्रोधपादपे निवासं करोति. तथा सति एवं सति पुनः कदाचित् एकः द्विजः गङ्गायां स्नानं कर्तुं तस्मिन्नेव मार्गे आगच्छति. आतपेन सूर्यातपेन क्लान्तः श्रान्तः प्रथमं सः न्यग्रोधपादपसमीपम् आगच्छति यत्र दुर्मुखशुकः वसति. तत्र छायायां किञ्चित् विश्रान्तिं प्राप्नोमि इति सः आगच्छति. तं दृष्ट्वा एव दुर्मुखः अन्यान् पक्षिणः आहूय अये इह पश्यन्तु तत्र मानुषसङ्काशः कश्चित् आगच्छति इति वदति. अनन्तरं परुषवचनानि यत् स्वबाल्यावस्थायां सौनिकगृहे श्रुतवान् दुर्मुखशुकः तादृशवचनानि अत्र प्रयोगं करोति। तस्य चक्षुषी विदारयत, गलं भित्त्वा अश्नाम इत्यादि परुषवचनानि वदति। एतत् श्रुत्वा अत्यन्त भीतः सः द्विजः तस्मात् प्रदेशात् अन्यत्र गच्छति, पलायनं करोति। अनन्तरं सः आम्रवृक्षस्य समीपम् आगच्छति, यत्र रामशुकः निवसति। तस्य छायायाम् उपविष्टः रामशुकः इतरान् विहङ्गमान् प्रति एवं वदति, अहो कोऽपि अतिथिः आगतवान् अस्ति, तस्य सेवा अस्माभिः कार्या इति उक्त्वा सः यथा किञ्चित् कालं वा विश्रान्तिं स्वीकरोतु, तथा अस्माभिः तस्य शुश्रूषा कर्तव्या इति अन्यान् पक्षिणः आहूय वदति। इदानीम् अग्रे किं भवति इति पश्यामः। एवं तत्र अन्तिम वाक्यखण्डात् स्वीकुर्मः। रामः शुकः इतरान् विहङ्गमान् प्रावदत्, उपसर्गसहित अवदत् इति। किमिति अये कोऽपि अतिथिः, कोऽप्यतिथिः, अत्र कः अपि अतिथिः, यण्सन्धिः अस्ति अत्र, अप्यतिथिः, कोऽपि इत्यत्र विसर्गसन्धिः अस्ति, अपि च पूर्वरूपसन्धिः वर्तते। आतपेन अतीव श्रान्तः इह अत्र आगच्छति, विश्रान्तिम् अनुभवितुं, विश्रान्तिं स्वीकर्तुम् अनुभवितुम् अत्र आगच्छति। तरुणपल्लवान् भूमौ संस्तृणीत। इदानीं हे मित्राणि, किं कुर्मः? तस्य कृते साहाय्यार्थं तरुणपल्लवानि, तरुणपल्लवान् नाम पर्णानि यानि सन्ति तान् सर्वान् अधः स्थापयामः, यत्र सः सुखेन उपवेष्टुं शक्नोति इति वदति। तरुणपल्लवान् भूमौ, भूमौ सप्तमी विभक्तिः एकवचनं, संस्तृणीत, संस्तृणीत इत्यस्य अर्थः विकिरत नाम प्रसारयत इत्यर्थः। Please put down some mild leaves on the ground so that he can sit there. यत्र अयं, यत्र यस्मिन् स्थले अयं नाम द्विजः, अयं ब्राह्मणः सुखेन सन्तोषेण, तृतीयविभक्तिः एकवचनम् अत्र, उपविशेत्, यथा सः तत्र किञ्चित् कालं वा तत्र उपवेष्टुं शक्नोति इति प्रथमं वदति। उपविशेत् इति तु विधिलिङ्गलकारः, यथा कृतकृत्याः स्युः इति अस्माभिः दृष्टं, स्यात् इति, तद्वत् उपविशेत् इति विधिलिङ्गलकारः। लेट् हिम् सिट् देर् कम्फर्टबली इत्यर्थः। फलानि आहृत्य, फलान्याहृत्य, फलानि आहृत्य यण्सन्धिः। आहृत्य इति तु ल्यबन्त अव्ययम्, आहृत्य नाम आनीय इत्यर्थः। पुरः निक्षिपत, तस्य पुरः, पुरतः, ब्राह्मणस्य पुरतः फलानि, मधुराणि फलानि आनीय स्थापयन्तु। तानि अभ्यवहरतु सः, तानि अभ्यवहरतु सः। अत्रापि तानि फलानि इति अर्थः। अत्र यण्सन्धिः विद्यते पुनः। तानि अभ्यवहरतु, तानि खादतु सः, यथेच्छं खादतु इति अन्यान् पक्षिणः आहूय एवं रामशुकः वदति। उक्त्वा अतिथिसत्कारः श्रेयस्करः। सम्यक् रूपेण अस्य श्रवणं कुर्वन्तु। अतिथिसत्कारः श्रेयस्करः इति रामशुकः अन्यान् पक्षिणः आहूय सूचयति। अतिथिसत्कारः इत्युक्ते यः कोऽपि गृहं प्रति आगच्छति तस्य सेवा, तस्य सत्कारः श्रेयस्करः, उत्तमं फलं जनयति इत्यर्थः। अतः अस्माभिः सर्वदा अतिथीनां सेवा कर्तव्या। वेदेषु अपि अतिथिदेवो भव इत्यादि उक्तिः अपि वर्तन्ते, उक्तयः वर्तन्ते। एवं, so here the Ramashuka is telling other birds that serving the atithi or the guest is auspicious, or it will bestow us good fruits. Basically, this is what Ramashuka is trying to tell, and saying, let us offer him leaves to sit on, fruits to eat, and so on. So, this is the conversation that happened between Ramashuka and other birds. In the exam as well, this particular statement they would be asking in general, uh, Sasandarbham Vivranata. Please explain with reference to context. Who said this? To whom it was said? Kada? Kasmin sandarbhe ityadi prashnaः bhavanti. तादृश संदर्भे कथम उत्तरं लेखनीयम् इत्युक्ते आहारशुद्धौ सत्त्वशुद्धिः इति पाठात् वाक्यमिदं स्वीकृतं वर्तते. रामशुकः वदति, अन्यान् पक्षिणः प्रति वदति. कदा इत्युक्ते यदा ब्राह्मणः कश्चन गङ्गायां सिष्णासुः तस्मिन्नेव मार्गे आगत्य आम्रवृक्षस्य समीपम् आगच्छति, तदा एवं वदति इति वक्तुं शक्यते. एतत् श्रुत्वा एतत् श्रुत्वा प्रीतः विप्रः अपृच्छत्. Shrutva, having heard this entire conversation of Ramashuka, Pritaha Santushtaha ityarthaha, Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam, Santushtaha Vipraha, Vipro Aprachat, Vipraha Aprachat, Prich Dhatuhu, Langlakaraha, Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam, Vipraha ityapi Prathama Purushaha Ekavachanam. Pritaha is an adjective to Vipra, and hence it is also in Pullinga Rupa. Aye तस्मिन् न्यग्रोधपादपे कश्चन शुकः मां वीक्ष्य मारयत भक्षयाम इत्युच्चैः रौति. त्वं तु एवं मधुरं रौषि, किमेतत् इति. पश्यामः अस्य वाक्यखण्डस्य अर्थः. एतत् वाक्यं श्रुत्वा, अतिथिसत्कारः, श्रेयस्करः इत्यादि वाक्यानि श्रुत्वा सन्तुष्टः सः विप्रः, द्विजः, ब्राह्मणः एवं प्रश्नं करोति. अये हे शुक, अन्यस्मिन् तत्र तस्मिन् न्यग्रोधपादपे, अहं पूर्वं तत्र न्यग्रोधपादपसमीपं गतवान् विश्रान्तिं स्वीकर्तुं. परं तस्मिन् पादपे यः कश्चन शुकः निवसति, पादपे सप्तमी विभक्तिः एकवचनं, कश्चन anirdishtah iti, because the brahmana doesn't know that it is durmukha shuka or which shuka it is. So he said there's another shuka, another parrot in that negrodha padapa, which actually started shouting in this manner after seeing me. Mam vikshya, mam dvitiya vibhaktihi ekavachanam, asmat shabdah, vikshya ityapi lyabantabhyayam. Viksha, having seen, vi upasarga sahita, iksh dhatuhu, marayata, bhakshayata, bhakshayama, iti uchchaihi, ityuchchaihi, rauti, rauti nama, ravam karoti, shabdam karoti iti. Evam saha avadat, tvam tu, param, atra, tvam, युष्म शब्दः प्रथमा विभक्तिः एकवचनं. तु एवं नाम मधुरं रौषि, मधुररूपेण रौषि. अत्र मध्यमपुरुषः एकवचनं, रौति इति प्रथमपुरुषः एकवचनं. अत्र त्वम् इति उपयोगः कृतः इति कारणेन अत्र मध्यमपुरुषः एकवचनम् उपयुक्तं वर्तते. त्वं रौषि. किमेतत्, वाट् इस् दिस्, किम् एतत्, किम् अथवा कथम् एतत् इति सः पृच्छति. अत्र अस्मिन् वाक्यखण्डे कोऽपि प्रश्नाः सन्ति चेत् कृपया हस्तम् उपरि कुर्वन्तु. I will unmute you and you can ask your questions. The paragraphs are simple and we have also tried to understand the meaning with different words, multiple words in Sanskritam, and also the gist in English. We'll see if there are any specific questions. Jairam Mahodaya, you can ask your question.
Acharya,
Ha.
मां वीक्ष्य मारयत भक्षयाम इत्युच्चैः रौति
रौति
तस्य आङ्ग्लभाषे अर्थः कः अस्ति?
हा समीचीनं मां वीक्ष्य having seen me saha shukah kashchana shukah that another parrot started screaming. Rauti is like started making sounds like marayata, hit him, bhakshayama, let us eat him up, iti uchchaihi, loudly. So made sound in a loud manner saying hit him, eat him, etc. Evam tasya arthah bhavati.
Sir, Acharya, that means did he cry?
हा सः तत्र तत्र रोदनं न करोति परं भीतः इदानीं he is afraid and he will just run away from that place, from the nyagrodha padapa. So that was what was seen in the previous portion of the lesson or the paragraph. Tasya so here tam vikrosharavam shrutva trastaha meaning bhitaha, one who is afraid of. Dvijaha palayata means he ran away. So he was afraid because of these harsh words that were said by Durmukha Shuka, and he just ran away and took shelter under the mango tree where Rama Shuka was there. So the other one was the
Thank you.
Durmukha Shuka. Yeah, that's how it is. Dhanyawadaha.
Thank you.
Okay, we will take one more question at this point. Gopal Krishna Mahodaya, you can ask your question.
Namaste, Mahodaya.
Namaste.
Sir, one difficulty is how
Yes.
do we find the words of these meanings which are coming in this lesson? Because when I refer to some dictionary, these words could not be seen. See, as you are able, when you are explaining and telling, we are able to understand. But when we
Okay.
read the lesson on our own, then it is
Understood.
so many words we are not able to make out the meaning.
Okay, understood. So any specific word or some kind of word where you couldn't find the meaning, if you can just say, maybe I can understand it better and probably provide some answer on that.
I have got a lot of words, sir.
Okay, fine, no problem. So in this slide, if you can just see, for example, vikshya or shrutva and other things, like, I mean, some of these words, or vipro prachata etat shrutva, if you directly search for those words, you may not find it in some of the places. One still you can actually refer to one dictionary, which is also an aggregator of dictionaries, which can be used. That is there is one website called kosha.sanskrit.today. So that is one open source where you can just put in the word and you can get from multiple dictionaries. And another
so can you give us?
I'll share it towards the end of the class as well. I will do that towards the end. Okay, so please wait until then. I will share that.
Sure.
Okay. Dhanyawadaha.
Dhanyawadaha.
So in general, so whenever you are listening to the patha, the best practice will be also to note down some of the meanings that I will be saying, or other explanations I'll be giving. Please make your own handwritten notes. We will be also uploading the translation for these lessons as well in our study portal, so you can as well refer to them and practice later on. But still, I would recommend, I would request, if you can, try to do the translation on your own as a first attempt, and then refer to the model translation that we would be providing in our website. So please follow that approach. That will really help to improve your translation skills and also the comprehension skills in Sanskritam. Okay, so towards the end of the class, I will share how we can find some meanings for some of the words and other things. So we will proceed for the next slide now. अस्तु, एवं किमेतत् इति सः ब्राह्मणः पृच्छति, तदा किं भवति पश्यामः. एवं पृष्टः सोऽवदत्. एवं पृष्टः नाम इदानीम् एवं ब्राह्मणेन पृष्टः. कः पृष्टः? इदानीं पृष्टः इति कृतप्रत्ययः. which is a kridanta avyaya. So kridanta, not an avyaya, kshimyatam. So it's a ta pratyaya which is giving the bhuta kalartha, like gataha, kritaha. In that way, prishtaha means having asked. Who is being asked here? अत्र तु रामशुकः एव, अतः सः इत्यनेन रामः इति ज्ञातुं शक्यते. रामः अवदत्. रामः किम् अवदत्? सः अवदत्. अत्रापि विसर्गसन्धिः अस्ति. विसर्गसन्धिः अनन्तरं पूर्वरूपसन्धिः अपि वर्तते. एवं अवदत् इति लङ्लकारः, रामः अवदत्, सो अवदत्. किमिति? अये विप्र, ओ विप्र, ओ ब्राह्मण, हो द्विज इत्यादि पदानि वक्तुं शक्नुमः. अत्र सम्बोधना प्रथमविभक्तिः वर्तते. ओ राम एवं रूपेण हे विप्र इति. आवां यमलौ भ्रातरौ स्वः. यमलौ नाम ट्विन्स्. We were born together. Avam, we both. Yamalau, Yamalaha means twins. Yamalau bhratarau swaha. Aspi swaha smaha. Khalu? एवं अत्रापि उत्तमपुरुषः द्विवचनं वर्तते. अत्र आवाम् इति प्रथमाविभक्तिः द्विवचनम्. अहम् एकस्य साधोः सद्मनि वर्धितः अभवम्. इदानीं रामस्य वृत्तान्तं स्वयं सः रामशुकः वदति. अहम् इत्यनेन रामशुकः अहम् एकस्य साधोः, एकः साधुः इति स्वीक्रियते चेत् एकस्य इति साधोः विशेषणं भवति. कश्चन साधोः इत्यपि वक्तुं शक्यते. कस्यचन साधोः इति. अत्र षष्ठीविभक्तिः एकवचनं भवति. साधोः सद्मनि, सद्म इत्यनेन वेश्म गृहम् इति स्वीकर्तुं शक्यते. साधोः गृहे अहं वर्धितः अभवम्. वर्धितः इत्यपि तत्र क्त प्रत्ययः एव कृदन्तः भवति. भूतकालार्थः. अभवम् इति भूधातोः लङ्लकार उत्तमपुरुषे एकवचनं भवति. अत्र सद्मन् इति शब्दः भवति. सद्म सद्मनि सद्मानि इति नकारान्तः शब्दः भवति. यथा कर्म कर्मणि कर्माणि, नाम नामनि नामानि तद्वत् सद्मनि इति सप्तमी विभक्तौ भवति. सप्तमी विभक्तिः एकवचनं. सद्म नाम वेश्म अथवा गृहम् इति स्वीकर्तुं शक्यते. तत्र नाम साधोः गृहे सर्वदा, समस्तसमये अथवा सर्वकाले इत्यर्थः. सदा अतिथीन् उपचरन्तं साधुम् अपश्यम्. अतिथीन् उपचरन्तम्, अतिथीनाम् उपचारं कुर्वन् सः सर्वदा भवति इति. उपचरन्तं कीदृशं पदं कोऽपि जानाति वा? कोऽपि वक्तुं प्रयत्नं करोति वा? उपचरन्तम् इति कीदृशं पदं भवति? क्रियापदं वा अथवा किम् इति? अस्तु, दिविजा भगिनी, can you try what kind of word is upacharantam?
Subantam padam.
Subantam padam, that is correct. One is subantam. Narayanan Mohodaya, can you try?
शत्रु प्रत्यय द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचन.
Uttamam, well said. That is the right correct answer. So upacharantam is a first of all it is a subanta shabda. That is true because it's a namapada. But peculiarly here in this case, it is actually a kridanta based out of chara dhatu. Chara is the dhatu. Upa is basically the upasarga that is added. That upacharati, charati, upacharati. Upacharati means basically to worship or to take care of, etc. That is the meaning of upacharati. Upacharat is the shabda which is basically a shatru pratyaya shabda which is present continuous. So similar to pathan, gachan, piban, etc. we have upacharan iti shabdah bhavati. Upacharat iti pratipadikam bhavati. Similar to bhavat shabda also you can think. Bhavan, bhavanto, bhavantaha, bhavantam. Evam upacharantam. Sadhum apashyam. I saw the sadhu always doing or offering his service to the atithis, to the guests who were in there, who had come to his home. So here upacharantam is an visheshana for the sadhu. Since it is sadhum is dvitiya vibhakti ekavachanam, upacharantam is also dvitiya vibhakti ekavachanam. Okay. Why in this manner is tatra aham sarvada upacharantam sadhum apashyam aham drishtavan ityarthah. Apashyam iti punaha uttama purushah ekavachanam bhavati. Madhuralapan ashrinavam. I also heard the madhura alapa. Madhuraha cha alapaha cha madhuralapaha tan madhuralapan. I always heard very sweet conversations or beautiful conversations. Ashrinavam, Shrutavan, Ramashukah eva sarvam vadati. Ataha me buddhihi evam pravartate. Ataha me buddhihi, me ityanena mama. Shashti vibhaktihi ekavachanam. Mama me iti Shashti vibhakti ekavachanam. Buddhihi, ikarantah strilingaha, evam pravartate. Pratama Purushaha Ekavachanam. Buddhihi evam pravartate. Because of that reason, because I was listening to the kind words of Sadhu, who was always offering his service or he was always serving the guests who came to his home, my mind or my buddhi, my intellect also is like that. Evam Ramashukah vadati. Sashukaha idanim. Now he's telling about his brother, the twin brother, and saying Sashukaha, that other parrot, who with you were just complaining about, ekasya saunikasya gehe, grihe samanameva, geham is also griham ityeva bhavati. Vyavardhata, vi upasarga sahita langlakaraha avardhata avardhetam avardhanta iti rupam bhavati. Prathama purushah ekavachanam langlakaraha. Saunikasya grihe vyavardhata. Ajan, Meshan, Sukaran, Kutkutamshcha Hanyamanan Apashyat. Tatra Tatra Saunikasya Grihe Durmukha Shukaha Kim Pashyati. Ajan, the goats, Meshan, um, um, basically the sheep, Sukaran, the pigs, Kukkutamsh, Kukkutan cha, Kukkutamsh cha. There is a sandhi here. Do not worry about it. We will learn various other sandhis in also Tritiya. This is on specific kind of Vyanjana sandhi. Kukkutan cha, Kukkutamsh cha. Evam etan tatra mrigan hanyamanan apashyat. Hanyamanan, hanyamanaha, hanyamanan. Atra shanach pratyayah bhavati. Yatha atra upacharantam iti shatru pratyayah asti. Shatru, the present continuous for the parasmaipadi dhatus. In the same way, hanyamanan is the shanach pratyaya, which is applied as a present continuous for the atmanepadi dhatus. The way to identify shanach pratyaya is ana is the common term that you can recognize in these kind of words, shanach. So that is the example of a kridanta as well here. Hanyamanan, dvitiya bhakti bahuvachanam, because it is also kind of an adjective to all these words ajan, meshan, sukaran, etc. Apashyata, prathama purushaha ekavachanam. Evam Ramashukaha idanim brahmanam prati uttaram dadati katham saha kutra avardhata evam anyaha durmukha shukaha kutra asit ityadi vadati. Etadukva agrepi etad vadati. Tatra apicha evam tatra himsram karma apashyat tathaiva parusha vachanani cha ashrunot. Savarna dirgha sandhihi parusha vachanani dvitiya bhaktihi eka bahuvachanam bhavati. Parusha vachanani ashrunot. Shrutavan ityarthah. Langlakaraha pratama purushah ekavachanam. Tataha tasya buddhihi tadrishi. Tatastasya buddhis tadrishi. Atrapi visarga sandhi vartate. Tataha, because of that reason, buddhihi api tadrishi eva asti. Buddhihi is strilinga shabda, and hence tadrishi is also a visheshana that is used for buddhi, which is in Strilinga only. If we are talking about any of these shabdas like kidrisha, tadrisha, etadrisha, etc., that will also change based on the gender. If it is pullinga, it will become tadrishaha, etadrishaha, and then if it is strilinga, it will become etadrishi, tadrishi, and so on. And if it is napumsakalinga, tadrik, the shabda will become tadrik, etadrik, etc. Evam saha vadati. Evam, in this manner, evam rupena, dushilaha purve vayasi, dushilaha, nama, people with less or not so good conduct, basically. Dushilaha purve vayasi, in their earlier days, purve vayasi, yam durbuddhim adhigachanti sa sadaiva tan anuvartate. यदि वयं सम्यक् रूपेण अस्माकं बुद्धिं न प्राप्नुमः, दुर्बुद्धिं प्राप्नुमः, the bad thoughts, if it is being injected during our younger days, पूर्वे वयसि नाम बाल्यावस्थायाम् इति भवति. Yam durbuddhim, because durbuddhi is also stealing a shabda, we are using yam, which is dvitiya bhaktihi ekavachanam. Yam durbuddhim adhigachanti, prapnuvanti. Sa durbuddhihi. So sa is referring now to durbuddhi, that bad thoughts only, or the durbuddhi, whatever is there. Sa sadaiva, sada eva, sadaiva, atra वृद्धिसन्धिः वर्तते. सा सदैव तान् अनुवर्तते. तान् नाम तान् दुःशीलान् जनान् अनुवर्तते. That will be part of their life always. So I think in various regional languages also there is a saying or a quotation which is which goes in this manner. If a plant doesn't bend, then when it becomes a tree, it is not even possible to make it bend over or anything. So that means to say, whatever you have acquired in your younger age, that is very difficult to change. Evam Ramashukaha evam vakyam vadati. Vriddhanaamapi tesham durbudhihi napaiti. So here again, it is continuing the same statement as the previous one and says, Vriddhanam api, even though they become very old, Vriddhapye api, tatra balye yat adhitam, balye yat jnatam, balye yat te yam durbuddhim prapnuvanti, tam durbuddhim tatra vriddhapye api te tyaktum na shaknuvanti, tesham durbuddhihi na apaiti. Apaiti, apa iti upasarga sahitah dhatuhu, inagatau iti dhatuhu eshaha. That means to say na gacchati. They will not be able to leave out that bad qualities or bad thoughts, etc. Or maybe the bad habits. Subuddhishcha navatarati. And not only that, they were not able to leave out this durbuddhi, but at the same time, they cannot even learn something new. Subuddhihi cha na avatarati. Avatarati means it will also not come. It will not also uh, um, uh, be able to be learned by them. Na avatarati. Subuddhihi cha. Atrapi visarga sandhi vartate. Subuddhihi cha sakaradeshah visarga sandhi. Na avatarati. न अवतरति सवर्णदीर्घसन्धिः. अवतरति प्रथमपुरुषः एकवचनम्. अत एव एवम् उक्तिरस्ति. किमिति? सत्सङ्गतिः आवश्यकी आहारशुद्धौ सत्त्वशुद्धिः इति वदन्ति. अत एव, because of this reason, elders say or elders quote this, सत्सङ्गतिः आवश्यकी आहारशुद्धौ सत्त्वशुद्धिः इति वदन्ति. सत्सङ्गतिः, साधुजनानां सङ्गः, सत्सङ्गः आवश्यकी. अत्र सत्सङ्गतिः, सङ्गतिः इति स्त्रीलिङ्गशब्दः, अतः आवश्यकी इत्यपि स्त्रीलिङ्गे एव उपयुक्तं वर्तते. This is needed. This is very much essential. The holy company, the company with good people, is very much essential. And not only that, how is our mind purified, or how is our mind is directly dependent on what we eat. Aharasuddau Sattvasuddhi. Aharasuddhau Saptami Bhaktihi Ekavachanam Sattvashuddhihi. Sattva ityanena the mind, or also chintanam, etc. Whatever we can think about, that is sattva. Sattva shuddhihi bhavati. Chetanaha chetasaha shuddhihi ityapi vaktum shakyate. So our mind is what we consume. Here, ahara shuddhihi doesn't literally mean it is the food that we directly intake in a physical way, that is whatever we eat, but also whatever we listen, whatever we see, whatever we understand, whatever we infer, etc., through our indriyas, through our sense organs. All these are the foods for the body. Evam ahar shuddhau yadi vayam uttama gunan shrunumaha, yadi vayam उत्तमविचारान् शृणुमः तर्हि अस्माकं मनसि अपि तादृशभावनाः एव भवन्ति. From whatever we listen, from the same thoughts go into our mind, and the same will also be seen in the action later. So, and hence, this is very important to keep our mind pure. Pure in the sense to not listen to the impure thoughts or not so good thoughts, etc. Aharashuddhau Sattvashuddhihi iti vadanti. So this is the gist of this lesson. Whatever ahara we eat in whichever form, even if we eat nourishes food which is full of vitamins or minerals, etc., and with full of the needed elements to survive or to sustain our body functions, we will be really healthy. But if we consume maybe um, as it's also quoted in Bhagavad Gita, the food which is stale or the food which is not good, then it will also have implication on your health. And of course, if you eat any junk food or the oily food and so on, it has repercussions later related to your health. So ahar shuddhau sattva shuddhihi is a holistic approach where it says you have to eat the food, consume the thoughts which are good in nature, so that you can nurture your body, you can nourish your body with good health and good thinking. So this is what is the gist of this lesson. Ahara shuddhau sattva shuddhihi iti evam vadanti. Ke vadanti, if you ask a question, jnaninaha vadanti, jyeshthaha vadanti, evam vaktum shakyate, or people say so because they have seen this. If at all we have anything, whatever we have learned in our childhood, if it is a bad habit, then it's very difficult for us to come out of it. It becomes like an addiction that we all tend to feel that we will not be able to separate it, or will not be able to leave it out. Evam bhavati iti. Vadanti iti vaddhatoho prathama purushah bahuvachanam. Okay. So now I will again open up for question and answers. So please raise your hands. I see there are a few people who have already raised their hands. I will probably ask few questions. I'll take some questions now. There's also one question in chat box. Shatru pratyaya is also present continuous, and shanach pratyaya is also present continuous. The only difference between shatru and shanach is shatru is applied on the parasmaipadi dhatus, like gachati, gachan will be the shatru pratyaya, whereas the shanach pratyaya is used on atmanepadi dhatus like vandamanaha, vardhamanaha, edhamanaha, etc. So that is the only difference, but the meaning is, or the uh, understanding is, it is present continuous. Astu uttamam. So now let us see, let us try to take few questions now. Okay, Ravi Shankar Mahodaya, you can ask your question.
Hari Om Acharya. In
Ha.
this In this last slide only, when you are talking about buddhihi tadrishi, for napumsakling you said kidrisham, actually it should be, no? Kidrisham.
Kidrisham is also there. Yes, Kidrisham is also there. Kidrik will be the basically the prathama vibhakti ekavachanam. So that's how it will become. But Kidrisham, Tadrik, Idrik, etc. That is also the other word that can be used in Napumsakalinga. Kidrisham is also right. Yes.
Thank you.
But actually idrishaha, so kshamyatam, so what will happen is in the pullinga rupa it will become tadrishaha, and the dvitiya vibhakti of that will become tadrisham and idrisham, etc. So the napumsakalinga is still idrik, and that's how it'll be seen. So you can also refer to the forms through ashtadhyayi.com once, and then you can practice those forms. We will also show it in the slides, and we will also practice it in our class as well. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Nalini Bhagini, you can ask your question.
Namaste, Mahodaya.
Namaste. Namaste.
Mahodaya, upaiti, some word in told that. What is the dhatu for that? Couldn't listen properly.
This is basically ina gatau iti dhatu. Ina gatau iti dhatuhu. So it will always be coming with akara as upasarga. So that's why iti eti will be the actual form. So it will always come only with as the upasarga. It has no other independent existence as iti. Okay, so that is the one grammar rule or one peculiar thing about ina gatau dhatu. Similarly, we have learned about udeti. If you remember, in maybe in Dvitiya or in Suryaha Purve Udeti, or even Purva Dishi Udeti, etc. Udeti is also from the same dhatu, but ut upasarga and a upasarga sahita inagatau is the dhatu. Astu. I hope that answered your question. Dhanyavadaha. Okay. In case if you don't have doubts at the moment, please lower your hands so that I can ask directly the students who have maybe any questions. Adityan Mahodaya, you can ask your question.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Parusha Vachanani Samasta Padam Kalu
Satyam, Satyam.
Parushani Vachanani Cha.
Parusha Vachanani.
Samichanam. Is the split, is it?
Correct. So Parusham Cha Etad Vachanam. Okay, this word is Parusha or harsh. That is what will become Parusha Vachanam. Tani, Parusha Vachanani. Or you can also make it as Parushani Vachanani Cha. Also the other way you can basically do the samasa. That is right. Basically, Parusha. Yes, yeah. Parusha is basically a Visheshana for the Vachana. And in this particular case, it is a Karmadharya samasa. Just for your information.
Anyosmi. But one more question.
Yes, please.
Satsanga iti Satya Sankati Yaki Aharasuddau Sattvasuddhi. The first padam, how to split it?
Satsangatihi. Satsangatihi avashyaki.
Okay.
So this is here basically a Visarga Sandhi is being affected here. Satsangatihi avashyaki. Okay, so basically this is one kind of Visarga Sandhi where you are getting Repha, and hence it is called Repha Desha Visarga Sandhi. In this same, we have also seen here also Durbuddhihi Napaiti. Here also Durbuddhi Napaiti is a Repha Desha Visarga Sandhi. So we will in detail we will learn about the Visarga Sandhi in the coming classes. So where what are the different types of Visarga Sandhi that are possible, etc. So at the moment, just know how to split it. But more technical details of how to what are the different cases of Visarga Sandhi, we'll be seeing it soon.
This can be classified as a Niti Satakam.
It can be classified as
Niti Satakam, full proverb.
So this is
or Niti Vakyam or a proverb like that can be said.
Yes, this is a lokokti or a proverb. We can actually use this. Satsangatihi avashyaki, Aharasuddau Sattvasuddhi. We can use this as a quote. in general.
Dhanyosmi.
Dhanyavadaha. Astu. Ram Ram Ram. We'll probably take maybe one or two more questions at this point here. Raja Raman Mohdaya, you can ask your question.
Namo Namah.
Namaste.
Kimetati apostrophe and T is there. No? What is this one? Can you explain? Earlier
Sure.
paragraph.
Kimedat, yeah, kimetad iti. So why
iti.
this? Basically, if you see here, it is basically IA. This quotation is starting from here, IA. So this is basically a statement that is being told by the Vipra, and hence it is being quoted. Okay, IA tasmin negrodapadave etc. Kimetat. Okay, so kimetat, we will actually have to pause, and then iti evam saha vipraha aprichat. So that's how it is. But in general, whenever in the textbook, whenever we see wherever the sandhi is possible, even in the sentence also, wherever the sandhi is possible, they will actually do the sandhi and give it. Even here, for example, this is not a samasa where we have seen as phalani ahritya. They will actually give it as phalani ahritya puro nikshipata ityadi. So the sandhi will be always made. So same way here also, kimetat iti, the sandhi is affected, and hence kimetadi, that's how it is actually being quoted. But whenever we read it or try to understand it, we will have to split it correctly, which is kim etat, that ends that statement.
Sentence.
Iti. Yes.
Iti. Okay. Means
Okay.
how it is like
How?
this.
Yes. How is it like this? Yes. Samichinam.
Dhanyawad.
Dhanyavadaha. Okay. Astu, next we will see who else has any other question. Okay. Krishnan Mohodaya, you can ask your question.
Namo Namah, sir.
Namaste.
Shruyatena?
Shruyate. Vadantu.
Sir, about this exam, offline exam, for Chittur, Vyoma was taking applications.
Sir, may I please request if it is related to the examination, we will probably not discuss in this at
You
this
were
point
telling
in
that
time.
it will come in a month and like that you were telling in the first
Sure. I will in general I will give the instructions related to exam.
Okay.
So yeah.
And what about this WhatsApp group? You were telling it was found.
It is there. WhatsApp group is there.
So my
So
name has to be included. How I can enroll?
okay, sure. I will provide both the answers to that. Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Dhanyavadaha. First thing is about the exam. Please do not worry about the exam at the moment. So we will first focus on completing the syllabus. So once it is ready, like I mean, we are ready to take up the exam, because this exam is of two papers. One is this what we are currently learning, and one more which is the prerequisite for this course, which is Anuvada Pradipa 1. That is also part of Tritiya exam, and we have to take both the papers together. It is not that I will take first paper now and can I write second paper a little later. No, that is not possible, and hence you will have to practice and prepare for both these papers together. That is one thing. um, Currently, at least uh, the exam would be mostly an offline mode that you may have to take it up, but we are also working with Sabha, or basically Sabha is trying to see if they can also make it online and so on. So hence related to exam, there will be more instructions given, maybe towards the end, or say mid of August, or end of July and beginning or mid of August. So please have patience until then, and we will provide all the needed information for you to register to the exam, and will support in that process. Okay, coming to the WhatsApp group, yes, there is a WhatsApp group. I will try to search for the link and share it in the group, or also I will ask the volunteers to share that in the course page also, so that you will be able to join the WhatsApp group. There will be a link. You'll have to just click that link through your smartphone, which has WhatsApp, and you will be able to join that group. Sure. Then, okay, we'll go to the next question. maybe last question at the moment, and let us see. Geeta Bhagini, can you please ask your question?
हरि ओम महोदय
Namaste.
नमस्ते औदार्यं तद्धित पदमस्ति वा
Satyam. Yes, Audaryam is basically Tadhita pada. It's similar to Udarasya bhavaha Audaryam. Udarasya bhava.
उदारस्य भावः अस्तु
Yeah.
अस्तु अस्तु
Okay. The state of generosity, you can think in that way. That is called Audarya.
like the way we write karunyam, isn't
Karunyam.
it?
Yes. Same. So those words are.
Sorry. Karunyam is karunaya. Karunyam is
Karunayaha bhavaha. Correct.
Karunayaha bhavaha.
Yeah. Karuna is a Strilinga Shabda, and hence it will be that way. Yeah. Okay.
धन्यवादः महोदय.
Sure. Dhanyawadaha. Okay. So I'm just lowering everyone's hands at the moment. Any specific questions related to this lesson, what we have covered in the previous class or in today's class? If there is anything that is important and which could be helpful to others as well, please ask that question. Sudha Bhagini, please ask your question.
नमस्कार आचार्यः
Namaste.
स इति वितौट् विसर्ग अस्ति अन्य पाठाम् अपि तथैव अस्ति so when does this happen? There is a lopah visargalopah bhavati.
Yes.
kada bhavati
Astu.
why
Suchaishyami. This also we'll be learning in detail in the Visarga Sandhi chapter when we will do it. But in general, the general rule for Saha and Eshaha, whenever we use Saha and Eshaha, always the Visarga will be Lopa, except if the next letter is Akara. If the next letter is Akara, then only it will become Sopi, Eshopi. There only the Sandhi will occur. In all the other places, in all the other possibilities, Vyanjanas, it will be Visarga Lopa. That's a common rule that you can think about.
Another question, how to differentiate between a Tadhita and a Kridanta?
Okay, Tadhita and Kridanta, so it's so Tadhita, okay, first let me tell about the Kridanta. Kridanta is based on a dhatu, basically. And as soon as you hear to that word, you will also feel that there is some action or there's some action-oriented thing that is being perceived. So that in those places, you can think that it is a Kridanta because it is based on a dhatu. Tadhita, on the other hand, will be more giving some extra meaning. Like, for example, Dasharathihi, it signifies son of Dasharatha or something like that. So those are the words which are Tadhita.
Samasaha also Tadaiva bhavati khalo.
Satyam. So there are basically like 5 vrittis which are there, which are which we will be covering in probably in the future classes. So at the moment, I think do not worry about it because the explanation will be incomplete. Like I'll not be able to explain the complete details. Astu.
Tasya chayayam atra ich
Chakaraha Satyam.
So you cannot start a word with the ich or the half cha, right? It's like a conjunction, right?
Satyam. Gyatam. Atra kim bhavati tasya chayayam. So basically there is agama of takara is coming because there is also another grammar rule like samskrita chhatraha. For example, wherever cha is there and then wherever there's hrasva is there, then basically this extra cha will come. So tasya chayayam. So it's basically coming because of that. It's optional also. Tasya chayayam is also correct. So that's just a grammar peculiarity in this situation.
Dhanyawad.
Sure. Dhanyawadaha. Okay, maybe one last question. We'll see who is. Astu Purnima Bhagini.
नमस्ते महोदय.
Namaste.
अत्र विसृता संशृणोति संस्कृणीता इति अर्थं ज्ञातं, परन्तु कथं पदस्य विभजनं करणीयं तदपि शिश्नासुः इति अस्ति खलु. तत्रापि
शिश्नासुः इत्येव पदं, पूर्णं पदं शिश्नासुः एव. तत्र स्नातुम् इच्छा शिश्नासा अथवा यः स्नातुमिच्छति सः शिश्नासुः एवमेव पदमस्ति. जिज्ञासा पिपासा एवमेव पदं भवति.
स्नातुमिच्छा संशृणीता इत्यत्र सृ धातुः, सृ धातुः खलु.
करेक्ट्.
समुपसर्गः.
सत्यं.
अनन्तरं कथं निगिता इति अस्ति खलु.
कुत्र आगतम् एकक्षणं पश्यामि. अत्र संस्तृणीता. अत्र किं भवति, सम् इति उपसर्गः भवति. तत्र एतत्तु मध्यमपुरुष बहुवचनं रूपम् एवं भवति. तस्मिन् गणे एवं भवति. क्रीणीत एवं यथा भवति तद्वत्.
आत्मनेपदी वा?
सत्यम्.
अस्तु.
अत्र किं भवति, तत्र बहुवचनं खलु, मध्यमपुरुष बहुवचनम्. एतत्तु पठतवत्, अत्र परस्मैपदी एव वर्तते अत्र, न तु आत्मनेपदी. पठत यथा भवति तद्वत् मध्यमपुरुष बहुवचनम् एवम् अस्ति. अस्तु, तर्हि we'll just proceed with one short portion that is available. That is basically the Amara Panktis that are there. That is just for our enhancing of our knowledge. I'll be reading these Amara Panktis. So please listen to it and do practice it. So we will be also sharing the audio recording for these Amara Panktis for your practice. Shavakaha is the first word. Shavakaha pullinge vartate. Potah pakor bhako dimbhaha pruthuka shavaka shishuhu is the pankti for Shavaka. All these means the young one, the baby or child or any of these. These are the arthas that we can think about. And then second one is Vyadha. Vyadha is basically hunter. So Vyadha has these words. Vyadho mrigavadha jivo mrigayur lubdhakopi saha. So these are the words that are possible for Vyadha. This is also in Pullinga Shabda. Evam Padapaha, the third word, which is Padapaha, which means a tree, a vriksha, etc. So these are the other synonyms for Padapa. Vriksho mahiruhashaki vitapi padapastaruhu anokah kutasalaha palashi drumagamaha. So these are the words vriksha, mahiruha, shakhin, shakhi, because of that nakaranta shabda. Vitapin, padapa, taru, anokaha, and then kuta, sala, palashi, dru is also means the tree only. Druma also is a tree. Evam, and then agama, one which will not move, that is also agama. So that also means a tree. So these are the words for the padapa. Next, similarly for vanam. Vanam, we all know it is forest. And vanam, the other words that are there are atavi, aranya. All these are, most of them are in Napumsakalinga. And one atavi is in Strilinga. Atavyaranyam, vipinam, gahanam, kananam, vanam is the Amara Pankti for Vana. Similarly for Ganga, Ganga is in Strilinga Shabda. There are various words that are there for Ganga, like Tripathagamini and so on. So we will see those words here. Ganga Vishnupadi Janhutanaya Suranimnaga Bhagirathi Tripathaga Trisrota Bhishmasurapi. Bhishmasuhu, one who obtained Bhishma. So she is the mother of Bhishma. In that way also you can see it. So that is why Bhishmasuhu is another word given to Ganga. Tripathaga, one who goes in all the three worlds. It's Tripathaga. Bhagirathi, and so on. So these are the words for Ganga. And then we have for Vihangama, for Ganga, Janhavi is also there. Is it not? Yes, that is true. There's a question for whatever is given here is not in complete pankti of from Namara. Just one or two lines from that is being given. So it also has a few more synonyms that can be looked upon. Okay. Now if you see for Vihangama, Vihangama is basically Pakshi or Khaga. There are many words that are there. Khaga, Vihanga, Vihaga, Vihangama, Vihayasa, and then Shakunti, then Pakshin, Shakuni, Shakunta, Shakuna, Dvija, Patatrin, Patrin, Pataga, Patata, and then Patra Ratha, Ityadi. There are some of these words. So we can see this here. Khage, Vihanga, Vihaga, Vihangama, Vihayasaha. All these are possible. Shakunti, Pakshi, Shakuni, Shakunta, Shakunadvijaha. Patatri, Patri, Pataga, Patat, Patrarathandajaha. एवं अन्य पदानि अपि सन्ति तत्र विहङ्गमस्य कृते. नगौको वाजिविकीर विविष्किर पतत्रयः, and then नीडोद्भवाः गरुत्मन्तः pitsanto nabhasangamaha. So these are the other words for vihangama. So these are for your own use to improve your vocabulary. So in the exam directly, these Amara Panktis may not be asked to quote from memory, but Anya Padartha Padan Likhata or Samanarthaka Padan Likhata, you can expect that these are some of the questions that you may get. Yes, Pakshi is a Pullinga Shabda only. Pakshin Shabda. So it is Pakshin, it's a Pullinga Shabda. Pakshi, Pakshino, Pakshinaha. That's how the forms are. Next, Sadma. We have seen this word also coming in the lesson. Sadma means basically Griham, Geham, etc. So Griha, Geha, Udavasita, etc. So it is a place of living. That is what is Sadma. And these most of these words are in Napumsakalinga. Some words are in both Pullinga and Napumsakalinga. So Gehaha is also correct. Geham is also correct. So Griham Gehodavasitam Veshma Satmaniketanam Nishantavastya Sadanam Bhavanagara Mandiram Grihah Pumsi cha Bhumnyeva Nikaya Nilayalayaha. So these are the other words that we can practice for Sadma. And then Buddhi, we see this is a Strilinga Shabda. So what are the other equivalents of this or the Samanarthaka padas? Are Buddhir Manisha Dhishana Thief Pragya Shemushi Matihi Prekshopalabdhish Chitsamvit Pratipad Gyapti Chetana Pratipat Gyapti Chetana Samvit Chit Upalabdhi. All these are also the meanings for Buddhi. So that completes the Vyakaranamsha, specifically related to the Amara Kosha. Some of the words which were nice to learn and know are these. Shemushi, Manisha, or these are some of the Dhishana. All these words are being used by various poets like Kalidas and others. So in their kavyas. So these are all very standard words related to Buddhi. So let us practice these. And now it's time for the exercise. So we will be uploading the questions for the exercise. There are a few questions. Samskrita Bhashayam Uttaram Likhata and Sasandarbham Vivranata and so on. These questions will be uploaded. The homework for this lesson is try doing these abhyasa on your own. We will, of course, will be providing the model answers later. So we will upload only the questions for you first so that you can practice it based on the lesson. And then we will also upload the answers. And then we will be also creating one separate section called Exam Corner, where all these exercises, etc., will be also posted in our portal. So Now, so please do practice the lesson. The slides will be uploaded and also the recording will be uploaded. Maybe there would be a delay of 1 day or so because the volunteers have to do it. So by tomorrow, all these sessions will be uploaded and will be available. In the meantime, I just wanted to give one other information. There was one question of how to find like the meanings of different words, etc. And also for Shabda Rupa and Dhatu Rupa, how to practice. So for that, we have ashtadhyayi.com. This is one of the websites which is very useful for us as students. Here we have Shabda Patha, we have Dhatu Patha. So Shabda Patha you can just use to learn and practice Shabdas, Akaranta, Ikaranta, Ukaranta, etc. You have various Shabdas that are available. You can also search in the search bar. So like for example, Agama. Agama, we just now saw that Agama is the synonym for Vrikshaha. So that is what is here. Agamaha, Agamo, Agamaha, and so on. So this is how you can practice various words in through Amarakosha, through ashtadhyayi.com. And then there is another one which is basically the Dhatu Patha, which everyone is aware of. So now I will again go back to the first home page, and then there is another section called Koshan Veshaha. So this is for you to search in dictionary. You can actually try searching something like say tree, for example, or you can also get it from you put it directly also in Sanskritam. You will also get the meanings, and here also you can see an aggregation of various dictionaries like Apte dictionary, tree, vrikshaha, taruhu, etc. In Monier Williams, these are the words that you can find it and so on. So in this way, you can use this website to find the meanings. Another website which I was mentioning was kosha.sanskrit.today. This is another website. Here also we have various dictionaries, and you can search any of them, and then you can get the meanings like this. For example, I'm just searching for Bhringa, and here it lists which all dictionaries have this particular word listed in them. So you can just see, say for example, this one in Shabda Sagara, it has a Bhringa is a large black bee. What are the different meanings of it? And similarly, if you want a authentic Samskrita dictionary itself, where Vyakhyana is given about the Bhringa, you can refer to the advanced dictionaries like maybe the Shabda Kalpadruma, Vachaspatiam, etc., where they give Bhringa is means it's a klima. It is used in Napumsakalinga Artha. Dubhring Bharane is the dhatu, and so on. So you can find out more details of these dhatus or even the words through these dictionaries. So these two websites will be very helpful for every student in your learning journey for Sanskritam. And just a small tip to know how to identify the words from the dictionaries. Please do refer to a course called Kosha Darshana, which is also available in vyoma-samskrta-pathasala. So there is a separate course of how to search for words in the dictionary. What are the ways and what are the different meanings that are there in the dictionary, etc. So there is one separate course. Please do refer to it, which is Kosha Darshanam, which will be very helpful for you. So with that, we will probably conclude today's session. Kshamyatam tatra kashchit vilambah jataha. We took a little bit more time than the actual time. I hope you are able to understand the lesson Aharasuddau Sattvasuddhi. My request is please practice the lesson, make your own notes and write the exercises on your own. We will be uploading the questions for that exercises. And with that, we will also be sharing the translation, the gist or the summary of these lessons, etc. All these materials will be also uploaded, but not immediately, because we want you to try it out first and then refer to it and practice further. Astu, sarvebhyah dhanyawadaha, ram ram ram. Punaha budhavasare milamaha. Namo namaha.